3, Setti Kukkonen. 4-4, Silja Kuusela. 5-5, Emma Pimenov. 6-6, Ella Härkönen. 7-7, Tanja Parviainen. 8-8, Evelina Hanna. 9-9, Satti Kahla. 10-10, Hilda Parkkinen. 11-11, Jenni Leppänen. 12-12, Pia Suhonen. 18-18, Linnea Nevalainen. 20-20, Pinja Hukka. 22-22, Miika Granlund. 23-23, Jouni Kivinen, Henna Hukkanen and Anna-Len Tahkio. Ja Saksa seuraavassa kokeilua saatan lainata Team Germany as follows. 1-1, Mikael Knappman. 5-5, Lara Schubert. 6-6, Janika Wiilman. 7-7, Emily Winkler. 8-8, Virginia Kuhel. 9-9, Luisa Kiesenen. 11-11, Anna Hopper. 12-12, Eerikkilä Traxel. 13-13, Emma Schröfer. 14-14, Nora Sofia Durboy. 16-16, Lieve Lotze. 17-17, Lieve Bendiksen. 18-18, Luisa Hörstel. 19-19, Emma Fischbach. 20-20, Annika Vairau. 21-21, Tanja Schlenzer. 22-22, Kim Käseberg. 31-31, Erna Luxenhofer. 73, Francisca Barner. Sekä 97, Lucy Sander.
Welcome back to the Floorball Future Stars tournament. This time we have women's game, Finnish U17 against the German U19. The Germans are the home team with this one, so they will be playing in white shirts, if I remember correctly. Yes, that's correct. And the Finns are going to be playing in blue jerseys, as they are officially the guests in this one. We are soon ready to begin playing, but some final preparations first. Obviously, the teams are in the locker rooms. We'll come back in a few minutes, in a few moments, I should say, and then we'll hear the national anthems, and then obviously we'll get the game under play. At the moment, just looking for the statistics for the teams. The Swiss have played all 3 matches. They've won all of the matches. The Finns have so far lost once and won once, so they're looking for the second win here. And we are quite clear with the standings. Switzerland will win. Finland will be second. Well, we don't know yet. Let's see. We obviously have games still tomorrow between the Swiss and the Finns. But so far, Finns have lost to Switzerland 4-3. Germans lost to Switzerland in the first game, 2-10. The Finns won the Germans 9-0, and the Germans lost today 4-2 to Switzerland after having played 2 very tight periods. And in the third period, Switzerland scored 2 goals, one off a penalty shot to win 4-2. So now the Finns are looking for their second win. against the Germans, and we'll see how things turn out. Certainly the German team was much more organized today against the Swiss team. Played very good defense, but we'll see obviously how much that game has affected their performance for today, and also see what tactic they employ to win against the Finnish team. Sade Puolakka scored 3 times against Germany in the previous game. Olivia Oikarinen, Senni Luukkonen, Bea Taipale, Liisa Kaihua, and Silja Kuusela and Tanja Parviainen had the other goals. So certainly Sade Puolakka is the player to watch out for today in terms of scoring. But we'll later see how that turns out, what the condition of the players is today, and how what's the condition is today. Here are the teams. The Finnish captain today is number 24. And the German captain, number 8. Olivia Kunkel. Now the national anthems of both teams.
The national anthem of Finland.
The national anthems of these two countries, and here are the captains: Virginia Kunkel for the German team and Ina Ranne for the Finnish team today. A bit of changes obviously on the team rosters, with, for example, Number 9, Luisa Diesener, back in the German lineup. She did not play in the game against Switzerland, but is now back. Diesener, one of the core players of the team, if one could say so. Diesener was part of the German team in the 2021 World Floorball Championships in Uppsala in Sweden. So provide a lot of experience. The other key player probably is Jannica Willingman. They're both in the second line for Germany today. And Liv Lotz is the Kloten Jets national champion in the Swiss under-21s from this year. So she'll be one player to look out for. Mille Flatman, number 1, starts in the German goal today. Whereas in the previous game against the Swiss team, Franziska Badner was in the German goal. For Finland, today, the goalkeeper is today Viola Marttila. Viola Marttila, Merikoski floorball team from Oulu, or the Oulu region, to be more specific. Defense, Jenni Leppänen, Tilde Tarkkinen, numbers 11 and 10. Center forward, Emma Pimenov, number 5. Left wing, Evelina Hana. And the right wing, or right forward, Pinja Suhonen, number 12. And the German team, Mika Flatman, starts in the goal today. Defense, number 97, Lucy Sonne, number 16, Liv Lotz. Dietligon Kloten Jets. Center forward, number 8, Virginia Kunkel, team captain today. Louis Heuschkel on the left side of the court, and right wing, right forward is Anna Hofer. Heuschkel earlier today played in the third line. Hofer in the second line together with Kunkel and Sande. So a bit of change for this game. Obviously, all of the players need a bit of rest, and also the coaching teams want to see as many players in play as possible. The Germans win the opening face-off, but then Lotz loses the ball quite quickly to Hana, but the Germans win it back. Hana cannot capitalize on the transition. Hana has the ball now, starts to move forward, keeps the ball with the team Finland, and slows down the pace, allows for some structured offense. Leppänen with Tarkkinen defending. Pimenov back to Leppänen. Pimenov loses it. Sander has it. Sander behind her own goal, moves it up, and Kunkel slows down, moves it back to Sander, goes for a line change, and so the rest of the German team, German second line today, Tanja Schlentz, number 21, on the right wing. Luisa Diesener is the left wing, and center forward is Emma Schröfel. And Jannica Willingman and Nuria Gerboy are the defenders in this second line. Finnish second line, good shot. Taken by number 18, Linna Nevalainen. She's the left forward. Bea Taipale, center forward. Right, Senni Luukkonen. Luukkonen moves up in front of the goal. The ball is still in play. Shot blocked by the German defenders. Ball still in play. Moved back to Linna Nevalainen. Ella Härkönen, number 6, and number 9, Sanni Kahila are the defenders in the Finnish second line. And third line coming in with number 22, Milla Granlund, and number 20, Pinja Hiukka are the defenders. Tanja Parviainen, number 7, center forward, right here. Takes a shot, Parviainen, that's blocked. And then on the left side, Sade Puolakka, and on the right side, Silja Kuusela. And the German third line is Lara Schubert. On the left, Eileen Trexel is the center forward, number 12. Number 17, Liv Bendiksen is the right forward, and the defense was Luxenhofer, Kaseberg. Luxenhofer, number 31, Kaseberg, number 22, but we're already past that. Sanna goes after the ball in the corner, gets it back to the Germans, pushes it forward via number Hofer behind the Finnish goal. Number 18, Hoiskel fights for the ball on the left side. Doesn't get it. It's back to the Finns. And they move up the court. Taipale looking for possible passes. Puts back. Kahila over to the right side. And Härkönen moves towards the goal. Sorry, that was Luukkonen towards the goal. Härkönen defending. Nevalainen turns around. Has an opening with Luukkonen. Luukkonen loses it. Fighting for the ball in the corner against Billingman, where the Finns, Billingman fouls. It's Finnish ball in the corner on the left side. Tanja Parviainen, number 7, behind the ball with Silja Kuusela. Kuusela has it, turns back, drops it to the center. Granlund moving back. Hiukka on the other side. Granlund, long pass. Parviainen back to Granlund. Hiukka back to Granlund. Back to Hiukka. Deeper, and a shot deflected. Takes a bounce from the side. Granlund moves to the middle. Now Kuusela has a bit of room, takes a shot, that's blocked by the German team. And we have a foul in front of the German bench. And we get a delayed whistle for that. Obstruction, tripping, whatever you want to call it. The Finns keep the ball. Tarkkinen loses it, gets pressure from Hofer, but is not perplexed, keeps the ball. Pimenov, Leppänen, Pimenov over to Tarkkinen. Hofer providing a bit of pressure, nothing too dramatic. Certainly the German team seems to be basing the game on defending well, blocking shots. This one's a tough one. It takes a bounce, doesn't quite go towards the goal, so saved still. Shot by Hanna. That's blocked again. Sander has it, and there's a foul by Suhonen on the play. And the Germans have the ball. Good boy. Billingman has room. Crosses. That goes through. Diesner was there, but couldn't get to the ball. And now the Finns are building a structured offense. Kahila back to Härkönen. Härkönen doesn't find suitable routes for a pass. Finds Taipale in the middle. Shot blocked. Another shot that's nicely captured by Flatman. Flatman drops the ball to Billingman. Billingman over to Kaseberg. Kaseberg across. Traxel, no sorry, Kaseberg, Bendiksen, and this one's intercepted by the Finns, but it goes over the side from Nevalainen's stick. Here's the catch by Flatman. Luxenhofer scored one of the German goals against the Swiss. This is Kaseberg. Kaseberg pushes it forward, but there's no one there. So it's turned over to the Finns. Traxel provides pressure. Finns push forward, across towards Kuusela from Granlund, but no luck. Kuusela manages to keep it with the Finns. Turns it forward. Parviainen finds Granlund in the middle. No shot yet. Very, very crowded in midfield. This one goes past. Still deflected by the Germans, and they simply just push it back towards the Finnish defensive zone and get a line change. So do the Finns, but this has been the Finns all over the place with much more or better reactions to the ball, more active. Puts it to Leppänen. Tarkkinen keeps it. Gets a bit of pressure and passes it to Pimenov. Pimenov has room, shoots, that goes wide, and we get a penalty, a delayed penalty. The Finns playing 6 against 5. And we'll see what happens with this one. They slow it down, pace it. And now the Germans have it, Sander, and we get the whistle. 9:35. And it's Virginia Kunkel that gets the penalty. Here's the replay. It's passed to the middle. And just a little bit too much pressure and blocking on Kunkel's part. Therefore, the call with Pimenov taking the shot. Billingman, Gerboy, Diesner, and number 13, Schroffrel for Germany. For Finland, we've got number 9, Sanni Kahila, number 23, Bea Taipale, number 6, Ella Härkönen, shot by Kahila. we get a change of the power play line, and we get a change for the German teams as well. Kasaberi and Luxenhofer with Bendiksen and number 5, Schubert. With the Finns, we have Iukka, Granlund, Parviainen, Puolakka, and number 4, Silja Kuusela. So third line, this one almost intercepted by Bendiksen, but Iukka manages to keep it. Now there's room, blocked in front of the goal by Kasaberi. Well played. Another shot that's deflected. Flatman keeps the goal clean. Puolakka. And now Granlund. Shot deflected. And we've got 10 seconds to go before Kunkel comes on the field. Seems like we won't get a power play goal. Granlund and the teams are at full strength. No power play goal for Finland. All of the shots were blocked. Well defended by the Germans, although the Finns had the ball most of the time. Turnover for Germany, Hofer, but Tarkkinen gets it back, spins around a couple of times, and then heads up the court. Tarkkinen, Leppänen on the other side. Leppänen is open, gets the ball, pushes up. Leppänen finds Kohonen, and back to Tarkkinen. Leppänen, let's see if Leppänen can keep this. She can. Hanna back. And the Germans are defending well. No major holes in the defense. And the Germans can keep the Finnish attacks at bay. Diesner pushing back, providing pressure. Härkönen is not flummoxed. Ooh, well defended by Willingman there. The Germans don't get a structured offense, even though there's transition. Another one, Gerboy pushes it just up the court to ease the pressure. The Finns keep it. And this seems like we are waiting for a Finnish score, but not quite. Kahila doesn't quite get the right. And we do get a goal. Kahila passes to Nevalainen. Nevalainen cuts to the middle, shoots, and scores for Finland at 13:37. Linnea Nevalainen. I think that was Nevalainen's first goal in the national team. Very well played. It looked like Finland was applying the right kind of pressure to break the defense. Nevalainen gets into an open position, makes a nice shot, and Flatman cannot do anything about it. Nevalainen, FBC Loisto player from Turku, has also played in the Finnish F-liiga. Syöttäjä. Sorry. A bit of finish there. The assist, I was meant to say. Sanni Kahila from Porvoo Floorball team with the assist. Another shot, this time by Parviainen, but not quite there. The Germans keep pushing the ball up court. Just making sure that it doesn't get any major opportunities. 1-0 for the Finns. We've got about 30 seconds remaining in the first period. Time for one more goal. Well blocked there by Luxenhofer of the Germans. Bendiksen in a tight spot against Leppänen and Hana. Leppänen pushing up the court, well defended by Bendiksen. Doesn't leave room for Leppänen to come up the court. Tarkkinen loses it, and perhaps there's an opportunity for the Germans here. No, that's lost. Suhonen in the corner, defended by Luxenhofer. And we have a buzzer. 1-0 for Finland after the first period. Not sure whether there were any shots on goal by the Germans towards Viola Marttila's goal, so the pressure was at the German end for most of the period, and it seems like the Germans couldn't come up with a structured offense to ease the pressure. That gets very, very tiring in the long run, but we'll see what they come up with for the second period. Luxenhofer there with Ailén Traxel. Luxenhofer scored one of the goals, as I said, against the Swiss team today. Was extremely happy about scoring. I'm sure that that's a major thing for any of the young players. We'll now take a short break, about maybe 6 or 7 minutes before we come back and continue with the broadcast. Now is a good time to check whether there's been any scoring in the Finnish Championship's 7th game. Well, not quite. It starts in about 10 minutes. But we've seen 2 national championships decided today in super finals in Sweden and in Switzerland. And the Finnish Championship will be decided today, but a bit later. But now, stay with us for this one. Enjoy the games, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes.
save.
The teams are back. Well, the German team is back. Some of this Finnish team is back. More specifically, Vielä Marttila is back. Together with Essi Räsänen. Marttila will warm up with Räsänen. We just heard the announcer tell us the saves statistics from the first period. 7 saves for Mika Flatman in the German goal and 1 for Vielä Marttila. Here, the Finnish goal scored by Linnea Nevalainen. So 1-0 for the Finns after first period. And we're now looking forward to the second period. Marttila warming up with Räsänen right there. Marttila, it's a difficult game for the goalie with very few shots coming, very little action at the end, but you never know when things are going to happen. It's a very, very fast-paced game, and therefore you never know when things are going to happen. You have to be prepared for whatever comes. Both teams are ready, and we're getting ready to start. 15 seconds to go. Perhaps a quick drink of water might be in order, just to keep my voice lubricated enough to be able to finish the games today. And a reminder to everyone who's interested in women's floorball that the 7th game of the Finnish Championship Series is being played today. Actually, the game has probably started a few minutes ago, but now we focus on this game between Germany under-19s and Finnish under-17s, and we get a quick start to the game. Evelyn Hanna gets the ball from the German defenders and scores. A very aggressive move directly, towards the goal. Gets the ball from Lotz. I think Lotz was looking for a whistle, maybe, but Hanna decides to double the Finnish score, and it's now 2-0 for the Finns after 6 seconds of play in the second period. And we are with the opening face-off again. Taipale. Here's a replay of the goal celebration. Hanna, a Northern Stars player from Espoo. Northern Stars, another strong team in the Finnish junior floorball. The Finns coming back with a much more aggressive approach to the game. Good boy. Good boy. Can keep the Finnish players at bay, but is moving into very dangerous territory, pushes the ball upwards. Schlentz going after it, can't get it. And now it's the Finnish offense that takes over. A shot hits the bar, crossbar, Ella Härkönen. A nice shot. Pass from Linnea Nevalainen. Härkönen shoots, hits the crossbar, but still 2-0. Diesener, Schlentz providing the pressure. Willingman trying to get the ball back. No luck this time. The Finns keep it. A shot deflected behind the goal. Kasberg there. Decent shot blocked, but the Finns still keep it. Härkönen behind the goal. Kahila. Luukkonen. Kahila drops the ball to Nevalainen. Nevalainen simply keeps it, allows the Finns to get another line in. Germans do as well. Granlund in the corner, drops back. Parviainen. Hiukka across the court. Parviainen in the corner. Buxenhofer, Bendixen. Parviainen gets it, but fouls, and we get a whistle. The Finns managed to keep the pressure on. Here's the crossbar from Härkönen. A quick shot off and hits the crossbar. Again, the Finns win back very quickly. Hofer can't keep the ball away from Finnish defense. Finns come back, cross court. Number 20, Hiukka. Can't get a shot off. Granlund, very nicely played. Parviainen loses it. Hofer in front of the goal. And now, here's what I was talking about with the goalie not having too many shots coming at her. You know, not feeling probably very confident, but now manages to break up that play and keep the score at 0. Finns keep pushing. Suhonen drops back. Pimenov. Tarkkinen moving over to the right side. Tarkkinen finds Suhonen and then back to Tarkkinen. Tarkkinen can't find enough room to pass. Takes the patient route. Suhonen across. Pimenov broken up by Billingman, but the Germans cannot hang on to the possession of the ball. This is going to be tiring for the German team. Diesner pushing forward. Well played there by Kahila. Kahila moves up the court. The Finns keep the pressure on. Taipale didn't quite hit that ball, but the pressure is on. And it feels like another Finnish goal coming. Kahila over to Taipale. Taipale shoots. Nevalainen has it. Nevalainen shoots. That's deflected. It comes back to Kahila. Everybody goes for a change on the German side, except for Bendixen, who's come in already. Taipale. Nevalainen. Nevalainen stops, turns around, passes it back. Härkönen. Granlund has it. The pressure is on the German defense. They can't get their players out. The Finns continue to apply the pressure. Hiukka has it. Kuusela. I think that was a pass from Granlund, but that's picked up by Flatman. And we're going in the other direction. Traxel. Kasberg gets intercepted. A good Finnish shot, but no score. Lots under pressure. from Puolakka, manages to keep it and pushes it up the court. Kunkel passing to Eerikkilä, but no result. Lots up the court. Very well played there by number 20, Pinja Hiukka from SSRA, which is another team from Oulu in mid-Finland. And we need another ball as that one went behind the structures at the end of the court. Hana, as the ball passes it to Kohonen. Leppänen, Tarkkinen. Tarkkinen has it. Slows down. Finds Pimenov on the other side. Pimenov moving forward. A bit difficult pass towards Hana. Hana managed to get the ball. Diesener fights it back. Billingman. Hana can't quite get the shot off. Billingman saves it. Diesener against Kohonen. And there's a foul by Diesener on Kohonen. Ball is back in play. Hana, a shot by Leppänen. That's covered. Kohonen falls down. Hana shoots, hits the net, but on the wrong side of the goal. Billingman behind the goal. And the Germans have it. Possessions tend to be very, very short. Kaseberg has it. Traxel. And we have also number 7, Emily Winkler, in play in place of Emma Luxenhofer. And we also have Emma Fischbach in play, number 19. Schubert covers that. A shot by Linnea Nevalainen. No score this time. Nevalainen has the ball in the corner. Puts it in motion. Shot by Ranne. That's blocked. Ranne still has it. Nevalainen shoots and scores. Nevalainen. When you get the first one, then you get the second one. So Nevalainen now has 2 goals in the national team. Assist goes to Emma Ranne, number 24. A nice shot, sorry, Iina Ranne, of course, not Emma Ranne. A very nice shot by Linnea Nevalainen. And another celebration. Replay from the far corner, and this was the close corner. Nevalainen surely happy about scoring the first time, now even happier scoring the second time. Granlund. Parviainen doesn't put it through. Well, sorry, that was Kuusela. Kuusela number 4, Parviainen number 7. Granlund stops. A shot from afar. That's still in play. Granlund goes back. Kuusela across to Hiukka. Hiukka slows down, finds Puolakka on the other side. Puolakka manages to pass it forward, but Sander gets it. But now Lotz is under pressure. Lotz loses the ball. And this one is pretty close to coming over to the broadcast booth, but doesn't quite get it. We have a new ball on the court, and we have Jenni Leppänen behind the ball. Leppänen from Pelicans in Lahti. Leppänen has been active in this game, has played very well. Leppänen has the ball, turns towards the center, but loses the ball. The Finns still keep it. Tarkkinen pushes back. Diesener is there. Diesener. Hanna in the corner, turns around, finds Pimenov in the middle. Pimenov shoots, but that's off the head of the other Finnish players. Schlentz can't quite push it up the court, but the Germans get a line change. So do the Finns, but this has been really dominated by the Finns towards the offensive end. Fischbach there for a second, but loses the ball very quickly. Ranne across. Nevalainen in the corner, turns around, passes it back to number 3, Senni Luukkonen, a shot, and then a rebound, which is being played by number 6, Ella Härkönen, hits the post, no goal. Nevalainen has an eye on a hat trick, but not this time, maybe in the third period. Nevalainen hangs on to the ball, hands it back to Granlund, goes onto the bench and turns the ball over. Granlund to the middle. Hiukka across. The Germans get a piece of it. Sanda loses Sanda this time. Hiukka passes back to Puolakka. Granlund. Puolakka has room, shoots, scores. Well played by Sade Puolakka, and a nice pass. I think that came from Celia Kuusela. Puolakka very actively played. Used a lot of the court, and there's the pass and a shot right away, and the Finns have the 4th goal on the scoreboard. Lots. He's a bit late in blocking that one. Very good movement and a nice shot from Sade Puolakka. Now the Finns have started to really push forward, be more active with the ball, and this is really usually something that happens when the other team is purely defending and can't get their own offense going. It is very tiring, and to begin with it might work, but it really starts to wear the team down. Hanna turns around. Leppänen, Hanna tries to cross it, but no luck. The Germans have it. Hanna wins it back. And we have a Finnish domination in the game. A shot from Pimenov. Pimenov creates that opportunity with own personal activity just over the crossbar. Or could have been wide, don't know. So misses the goal in any case. So no luck this time. Winkler loses the ball, but there's no one in the middle. Fischbach cannot get to the ball. Another good try by Ella Härkönen to find teammates in front of the goal. No luck. Nevalainen drops it back to Ranne. Ranne's got Nevalainen looking for the hat trick. Certainly has her eye on the ball, but now the goal is scored by Bea Taipale. Gets a freebie in front of the goal, glides toward the bench. Here, Taipale gets a freebie from the German defense, Taipale looks a bit surprised, judging from the replay. Winkler a bit unlucky there, tries to get the ball, but cannot get it. Taipale is there and puts it in. So 4 goals in this period up to now. No assist on the goal. And still the Finns keep the pressure on the German defense. Now a bit of an opportunity for the Germans. Kuusela manages to win it back just at the last second, as 2 of the German forwards were trying to get to the ball. Hofer, Horschkel there. 1 minute left to play in the second period. Granlund passes it to Kuusela. Kuusela takes it slow. Hiukka looking for the right pass. Passes it to Puolakka, but that gets lost. The Finns win it back. Hofer there. Pushes back. Provides a bit of pressure, but I'm sure that the Finns will be able to create at least one more opportunity. Tarkkinen, Leppänen moving forward. Stops, paces, finds Pimenov open. Pimenov takes a shot, that goes wide, but Finns still have it. We've got 3 seconds to go, and I think we will go to the intermission at 5-0. Another intermission coming up. Finland leading 5-0 after 2 periods. Certainly has been entertaining, although only quite one-sided. So far, with the Finns dominating, I'm sure the Germans are feeling the pressure, are feeling the physical fatigue. There's the Finnish head coach, Hannu Santanen, who's now been working with the juniors since 2017 and has also coached the Finnish under-19s. Has a long career with floorball. His own career quite short, but now has been actively coaching for various teams and the national teams. We'll take a short break. We'll be back in about 6 minutes, so stay with us for the 3rd period of this game between Finland and Germany. And we're back. Just over 2 minutes to go before the start of the third period in the game. Germany versus Finland. And for those who are interested and might not be following the Finnish 7th game finals, Porvoo is leading against Turku 1-0. Almost the first period played. Recap of the goals so far. So Linda Nevalainen a couple of times for the Finns. And then Sade Puolakka with her 4th against the German team here to make it 4-0. And then Bea Taipale with the 5th one, a bit of a freebie from the German defense. The saves in the second period for the goalies. Flatman at the German end, 9 saves, and Marttila at the Finnish end, 2 saves, 3 altogether for Marttila and 16 for Flatman. So that reflects very clearly the differences in this game, with the Finns pushing, but not having too much success in the first period. Second period, much more, with 4 goals. We still got the third one to go. We'll see what happens. Kunkel, Hofe, Hoisekel, and Lutz, Sanda, the German first line. And it's back to Finland pushing. Lutz simply just passes the ball up the court. And the Finns have it with Leppänen across to Tarkkinen. Tarkkinen in a tight spot, passes back to Leppänen. Leppänen has it, moves forward and then back. Slows down, paces. He's got a lot of space in the middle. Actually manages to come up the court and shoots, but that goes wide. Finland still has the ball in the corner. Suhonen against Sander. Suhonen passes back to Pimenov. Tarkkinen, Pimenov across to Hana. Hana can't quite get to it. Leppänen and Santanen shouts vaihdetaan, which means change lines in Finnish. And that's what the players do. Ranne up the court to Taipale. Taipale fighting with Willingman. Willingman keeps the ball, comes up court, but that's intercepted. And Nevalainen to the middle, but doesn't find any of the Finns. Finds Schlentz. And then Linda Nevalainen wins it back again. Ranne over to Härkönen. Nevalainen has it. Nevalainen shot by Luukkonen. That's saved. Germans start up the court, but then everything slows down. Fischbach, Ranne falls down, and we get a penalty. Number 19, Emma Fischbach. A bit of a mishap there. Fischbach, I think Ranne steps on Fischbach's stick. Yeah, she does. Sometimes you don't get the whistle, the penalty for that. You certainly get the free shot, but this time Fischbach gets a 2-minute penalty, and the Finns come in with the third line. Puolakka, Parviainen, Kuusela with Granlund and Hiukka defending. Granlund has been very active today, has played a good game both directions. Parviainen in the middle, cross from Granlund, goes past Kuusela, but the Finns keep the ball. Parviainen loses the ball. Hiukka, Puolakka. Granlund back, the shot, and it's a goal. Shot by Celia Kuusela. Kuusela scores, and the Finns go up 6-0. Kuusela shoots, and a good shot at that. And I think it's Granlund with the assist. A nice shot by Kuusela. Kuusela from Eastern Finland, Joensuu Jospa. And a bit of a celebration on the Finnish bench with Jouni Kivinen, the assistant coach for the Finnish team.
Suomen 6. maali ylivoimalla. Team Finland 6th goal on power play. Maalintekijänä numero 4, goal scorer number 4, Silja Kuusela. Syöttäjänä 22, assisted by 22, Milla Granlund. Maalisyntyy ajassa 32,
Schlentz.
time of the goal, 32 minutes.
Lingman, there's a foul. Earlier, we get a delayed whistle, and then we move forward. Here's the foul. Almost there. Schlentz being hit by a Finnish defender. Winkler across to Kaseberg. Ball lost. Taipale trying to get it across towards Nevalainen. Doesn't quite get it, but it's saved. A good shot by Taipale. That's deflected off of Platman's helmet. Goes into the stands. Nevalainen. A shot by Härkönen. Goes wide. And then there's the foul against Winkler. And we get a line change from the Germans. Lutz behind the goal. Nevalainen gets the ball. Sander has to push it up the court. And Ranne has it. Ranne, who fell down in the previous, about a few minutes ago. Doesn't seem to have any ill effects, at least nothing noticeable. Hiukka stops. Gets the pacing right, hits Granlund. Granlund moving up the court. Goes back. Hofer providing the pressure there. Horiskel there as well. Hiukka now loses it, but there's Silja Kuusela, who saves the day for the Finnish team. And there are no breakthroughs from the German team. Hiukka to Granlund. Granlund moves to the middle. Is intercepted, wins the ball back. Granlund has it, drops it back. Parviainen loses it for a second, then gets it back and goes to the bench. This is a bit one-sided. Ivanov has it, finds a bit more space in the middle, passes over to Tarkkinen. Tarkkinen across in front of the goal. Leppänen across to Pimenov. Pimenov looking for the right route to pass. Suhonen drops it back. Leppänen. Suhonen shoots, goes wide. The ball goes out of bounds. We've got about 6 minutes played in the third period, so about 9 minutes to go. The Germans have the ball at their own end. Kasabari there. Winkler being chased by the Finnish defense. Ranne has it. Ranne across. Härkönen. Härkönen behind the goal. Härkönen finds teammates. Härkönen. Härkönen passing to Nevalainen. Nevalainen in the middle. Nice pass. Touch pass towards Luukkonen. And this line has been working very well throughout the game. Has scored quite a few goals. Ranne now has the ball. Nevalainen goes to the bench. The Finns keep the pressure on by having Bea Taipale hang around deep in the German end, which means that the Germans cannot fully relax. Granlund, Hiukka. Hiukka, Fischbach chasing her. Hiukka turns around, finds Kuusela. Kuusela shoots. Flatman saves. Lotz loses the ball. Puolakka. Puolakka turns back. Can Sander get it? No. A good shot by Parviainen, but just a little bit too high, and it goes over the crossbar. Here's a good angle. Lotz. Lotz finds Oiskel in the middle, but the Finns win it back. Tarkkinen. Tarkkinen has it. Tarkkinen behind the goal. Finds Leppänen. Leppänen. Now Hana. Hana just drops it to Leppänen. Leppänen across the court. Ranne just in the nick of time. Gets the ball. Tarkkinen didn't see the ball coming. Went to the bench, but Ranne was there to pick it up. Ranne has room. Tries to cross. Doesn't go through. Nevalainen. Ranne hits Ella Härkönen in the middle. Härkönen can't get a shot off. Moves in front of the goal. Now Schlentz. Schlentz alone. Manages to keep the ball. Nevalainen. Obstruction or something is what I would call that. Schlentz managed to keep the ball for a bit of time, but still quite ineffective in moving up court. Well played by Ranne. Wins the ball back from Schubert. Härkönen. Granlund. Granlund pushes it up. Taipale was there. Taipale needs to go to the bench to complete the change. Hiukka. Kuusela. Kuusela stops, turns back. Hiukka. Puolakka. Puolakka almost loses it, wins it back. Kuusela behind the goal. Granlund. Kuusela. Who's going to get this? Puolakka is there. Traxel. And we get a delayed whistle. Foul on by the Finnish players. At the defensive end. Nothing dramatic. Enough for a free shot. which now has been given. Lucy Sandner in front of the bench. Kunkel. Granlund turns up court, goes past Lutz. Oh, a nice pass. Granlund has been great all day today. Passes to Silja Kuusela. Kuusela puts it in. And it's her second of today. Granlund very active with the dribbling, pushing up the court, and finds Kuusela right in front of the goal. Kuusela dumps it in. Kuusela very well moved, makes herself open, gets away from Sandner and has enough space to shoot, and there's nothing Flatman can do. 40 minutes played. 7-0. So 2 goals for Kuusela, 2 for Nevalainen. This one goes to Leppänen. Leppänen stops it. Hanna has room, shoots, scores. Second goal for her as well. 8 goals for Finland in total. That's Evelina Hanna. Shoots and another celebration. They've had a long camp, I think. They've had enough time to practice the celebrations. Hanna just simply goes towards the goal, shoots, and I think it's deflected from Flatman's leg into the goal, into the net. No, maybe it takes a bit of a bounce from Winkler. In any case, 8 goals scored by the Finnish team. I think it was 9-0. Yesterday, Winkler falls down. Nevalainen grabs the ball. Nevalainen has time, turns back. Härkönen misses that opportunity. Nevalainen gets a bit of a bounce, fouls Winkler, and it's a German ball in the corner. Taipale had an opportunity there as well, but didn't quite get it. Sun, lots up court. And there's Ranne against Oischkel. Ranne proves to be stronger. Well played by Ranne. Just simply blocks the other player from the ball. Gets it herself. Granlund here. Passes over to Hiukka. Granlund turns back. Finds a bit of room. Oischkel is there. Gets a stick on it, but it bounces out of bounds. And is behind some chairs. Hannu Santanen makes himself useful. Grabs the ball. And now it's back in play. Hiukka. Granlund has certainly been active and has been. Puolakka takes a shot that goes way too high, is blocked by the Germans. As I was saying, Granlund has been very proactive in her game today. Tries to create opportunities. Puolakka tries to hit Granlund in front of the goal. Doesn't quite hit it. Hiukka, Granlund in the corner, back to Hiukka. Hiukka has room. Granlund behind the goal. A spin around. Very nicely done. Parviainen, Hiukka back to Parviainen. Parviainen has room, shoots. Hits the net, but on the wrong side of the net. No goal. We've got 2 minutes to play. Diesner shoots, that goes wide. A bit of commotion on the Finnish end. I think we had a line change Finland had a line change going on just as the Germans got the ball. but no luck for Diesener, and no need for Varttila to do anything about that. Tarkkinen, Leppänen has it. He's got a lot of space, but doesn't want to pass the ball, or doesn't find it suitable to pass the ball. And she scores. Leppänen moves up the middle. A give and go. And she scores. I think she was a bit surprised herself. Leppänen moves up the court. A give and go. Quick pass back from number 5, Emma Pimenov. And it's another goal. Backhander into the net. Leppänen playing well jointly with Pimenov there. I think that's called a wall pass in football. Give and go, whatever. But 9 goals scored, so no less than yesterday. We'll see if we get a 10th one. This is quite a normal story in a matchup like this, where one team is attacking, the other one defending throughout the whole game. It may still stay tight for a while, but then as the other team gets more tired, then the other one starts scoring more goals, and obviously the more goals get scored, the less incentive there is for the team to continue defending. Lots under pressure. The ball goes into the German bench, and we have Linnea Nevalainen on the ball in a tight spot. Lucy Sander is there. Finns win it back. A shot from Härkönen. Flatman, no problem with that one. Sander up the court. Good reaction from Sade Puolakka. Deflects that onto the stands or to the Finnish bench. The Germans have it, but didn't get a chance for a quick transition. Diesener into the middle. Schlentz is there. Schlentz can't get a shot off, but at least it's a shot on the goal. Probably the first one this period. Parviainen up the court. Kuusela has a bit of time. That goes out, and it's Willingman's ball. Well, Team Germany's ball. And we get a buzzer, and it's 9-0. The same result as yesterday between these two teams. Certainly looked like the German team was a bit tired from the game earlier against the Swiss. And certainly it's been a long tournament for these players. The German sides have finished the games for this tournament. It certainly has been a pleasure to see the Germans here. It has been a pleasure to see them play. And I think, and at least I hope, that this has been a very useful tournament for the German team as well as for the Finnish team. The Finns will play tomorrow against the Swiss, and assuming the Finns can win against the Swiss, they will tie for the tournament lead. Unfortunately, the Germans go home empty-handed, but I'm sure that there's a lot of good results, good development ideas for the German team from this. My congratulations to the German team for having been here, for having played. I think it looks good for the German team as well. They've broken into the Division A and have kept their position there, which certainly would be the main development goal for the German team. And for making sure that they continue progressing onwards on their journey to maybe someday compete against the top 4 teams. On the women's side, the goalies want to get their picture taken for both sides. Nice mementos for these young players, the future floorball stars. The stars that we will see someday in the World Championships, certainly the Junior World Championships. Congratulations for the Team Germany for having been here. Here are all of the goalies for the Finnish teams and the German teams. Certainly the goalies are a breed of their own. That's what people keep telling me. Julia Saarinen is the 3rd goalie from the Finnish team. Didn't play today. We'll see whether she'll play tomorrow. And I'm gonna finish now with this one. We'll see each other in about 3/4 of an hour, maybe. 6:30 is the final game of today, and that is between the Finnish under-17s against the Swiss under-17s. Let me just check that, and we'll make sure that I have the right information on this one. Need to log back into the Wi-Fi here at Eerikkilä. We'll see. The last game of today is the Swiss under-17s versus the Finnish under-17s Team Tiitu. Interesting matchup, certainly. And we'll meet at 6:30, well, 6:20, since we start 10 minutes before the game. That's in about half an hour from now. Until then, stay tuned.